All right, guys. This is our video notes for the last thing in Unit 3.4, okay? For this one, we are talking about business calculus. Because why should physics and chemistry people have all the fun, right? Business people can also use calculus. So we're going to start talking to you about marginal cost and marginal revenue. What is a marginal cost? Marginal cost. Usually we have to deal with production. So marginal cost of production is the rate of cost with respect to the level of production. So the formula is dc all over dx, where c of x is the cost needed to make x amount of products, okay? Sometimes marginal cost is also defined as the extra cost of producing one more unit, which is x, okay? So marginal cost is pretty much C prime, assuming C is the cost function. And a lot of times in calculus, marginal cost is the cost of producing one extra, okay? The extra cost of producing one more unit, or dc over dx, all right? So let's move to marginal revenue. Marginal revenue, okay? So marginal revenue, it's very similar to marginal cost, except revenue is the money that you take in after selling things, right? So marginal revenue is the money gained or collected by selling one more unit, okay? In this case, dr, assuming r is the revenue, over dx. So where r of x is the revenue collected by selling x units, okay? All right. So very similar as we stated before, marginal revenue is the money gained by selling one more unit, which is dr over dx, okay? Marginal cost is the cost for producing one more unit. So, or we can do dc over dx to find the cost of producing one more unit, okay? Let's go to example 6. And again, if I'm writing too fast, one of the best things about video notes is that you can pause me anytime you want, right? Suppose that the dollar cost of producing X washing machine is given to us. So here's the cost function, okay? A, find the average cost of producing 100 washing machines. So what that means is I'm just going to find the cost of how much to produce 100 washing machines divided by 100 to get the average cost. So average cost is going to be the cost of producing 100 machines divided by 100. So let's find the cost of producing 100 machines first, okay? So it's going to be plug it in, 2,000 plus 100 times 100 minus 0.1 times 100 squared all over 100. Let me see if I can use my calculator. Where would calculator be? Cal, 3D. Oh, there you go. Okay, so let's punch in. So that was what? 2,000. Okay, plus 100 times 100, so that's 4 zeros, right? So 1 and then 4 zeros. There you go, equals. All right, 12,000 right now, minus, I should have quantity, 0.1 times, that was 100 squared, isn't it? So that's 10,000. Close that. There you go. All right, let's see. Did it give me the right answer? It gave me 11,000. Okay, so let's see. That's 11,000. That's a good answer. Let's go back. I thought it gave me the wrong answer, but it didn't. Whoa. Okay, there it is. So it gave me 11,000 for here, divided by 100. So that will give me an answer of, cancel out 2 zeros. So 110, okay. $110 per washer. Okay. So the average, meaning that, hey, how much is it on average to produce each washer if I were to produce 100 of them? Okay. So the average cost is $110 per washer. Now this one says find the marginal cost, which, as you know earlier, is going to be C prime, okay? So C prime of 2,000 is going to be 0. C prime of 100x is now 100, plus C prime of the negative, so that's negative 0.1 times 2x. So that is, C prime of x is 100 minus 0.2x, okay? Now I need to evaluate it at 100, so x equals to 100. So this is going to give me 100 minus 2.2 times 100. 0.2 times 100, that's 20, so that's going to give me 80. Okay, so 80 per washer. So what does that really mean? The marginal cost is not 80. The marginal cost is how much does it cost to produce one extra machine. So 80 per washer after the one, I shouldn't say 80 per washer because that would even sound right. $80 for an extra washer. For an extra, it means one, okay? $80 per one extra washer. So that's what it means to have the marginal cost. Marginal cost is like, hey, how much is it going to cost you to produce one extra washer in this question, okay? So it's not the average cost. Remember, average cost means you're adding up all the costs and then dividing them by however many washers you have made. The marginal cost is, hey, what's one more going to cost me? Show the marginal cost when 100 machines are already produced. So that's, do you find that cost first, okay? So C of 100 is okay, so let's see. C of 100. Show that the marginal cost when 100 machines are produced is approximately the cost of producing one more washing machine after the first 100 have been made by calculating the latter cost directly. So let's do this algebraically, what it means by hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate 101 because if you have already made washing machine after the first 100 has already made, so I'm going to calculate that right here, okay? Then how do I know what is one more, right? Because that's what the marginal cost is, okay? The marginal cost when 100 machines have already produced, okay? That's the 101 machine, okay? So let's calculate both and we subtract to see if it's the same as our letter B. So the cost of 100 is, here we go, cautiously. And that's wrong. So that's going to be 2,000 plus 100 times 100 minus 0.1 times 100 square. I think I did this earlier, and that was 11,000. Okay. All right. And then 101. So 2,000 plus 100 times 101 minus 0.1 times 101 square. Let's see what this is going to give me. I need a calculator. Here we go. Oh, that's not it. There you go. All right, clear out everything. Okay, so I have 2,000 first. My bad. 2,000 plus 100 times 101, right? 100 times 101. So what's that now? That's 12,201. And then minus, okay, quantity. Let's do quantity. 0.1 times 101 times 101 square. Close that up. And then let's see. All right, 10,160 and 80 cents. 10,160 and 80. All right, so here we go. 10,160 and 80 cents. Okay, so let's double check that really quickly, and then let's subtract the two together. Is my math right on that? Let me double check the math. Was that 11? You know what? Let me just confirm that with my graphing calculator. Because this is, I feel like I entered something wrong. Okay. Let me confirm this with my graphing calculator, and then I'll tell you. 2,000 minus 100, plus 100 times 101, and then minus 0.1 times 101 square. All right. Nope, that's not 10. It's actually 11. Okay. Okay, so it's actually 11,079.9. Okay, so now I'm going to subtract the two. Okay, so remember, we're trying to calculate, show that the marginal cost when 100 machines are already produced. That means I'm producing the 101 machine. So cost of 101 take away cost of 100 equals, so that's going to give me $79.90. Okay, which, as you can see, it's pretty darn close. Okay, look how close that is. So that's why we use the formula, because it's a lot faster than calculating it one at a time. Okay, so these two are pretty close. C and B are pretty close, so that's why the C prime works a lot faster for us. Okay, let's do a summary, and then this is the end of 4.5, okay? Summary of code words for derivative. Okay, the word derivative is so important. Okay, so if I ask you to find the rate of, not the average rate, the rate of, growth rate, rate in which, how fast, marginal, definitely marginal, okay, all of those, and the velocity. So the velocity is the derivative of position, acceleration is the derivative of velocity. So all of these are using the word derivative. All right, class, this is the end of today, and I will see you next time.